crying woman of Manitou Falls. Long before the hum of machines and the clatter of iron gates, there was a place nestled deep in the forests of northern Ontario, where the river cut through rock and sky, and every echo carried ancient whispers. The Ojibwe people who lived along its banks called it Manitou Falls, Spirit Falls, where the land breathed and the waters sang. When the sun dipped low and shadows deepened in the trees, elders would tell a story, a tale of water and lament, of a spirit more sorrowful than any storm. They said that when the mist rose off the falls at dusk, the shape of a woman could be seen dancing in the haze, a mist-shrouded figure with eyes like midnight and tears that shone like polished river stones. Sometimes she was just a whisper, a rustle in the curtain of water. Other nights, her cries echoed through the forest like a wounded songbird, calling and calling into the darkness. No one knew her name. They simply called her Manitoukiikwe, the spirit woman of the falls. Some said she had once been a healer, a woman bound to the river's grace. Others whispered she had loved the waterfalls more fiercely than any person, laughing in the spray, gathering berries and medicines along its rim. In the old stories, the river was life itself, and she, its heart. But as the years passed, strangers came, men with axes and blueprints and strange machines. They spoke of progress and power. They spoke of turning the wild river into a giant reservoir, of harnessing its energy for towns far away. The elders watched in silence as crews carved roads into the forests. They watched as trees fell like dominoes. And on the day the metal gates of the dam began to rise, the river itself changed its voice. That evening, as the last light bled into the sky, the people gathered near the old falls to listen. But there was no song in the water, no murmur of rushing stones, only an eerie stillness. Then, high above where the falls used to thunder down, a solitary sob broke the quiet, a trembling, heart-shattering cry that seemed to rise from the riverbed itself. The elders felt the hair on their arms stand, and in the mist beyond the new reservoir's edge, they swore they saw her one last time, a shadowy figure, face turned toward the water that once danced free. No one knows whether the spirit returned to the waters she loved, or whether her lament still drifts through the forests on rainy nights. Some maintain that if you walk by the reservoir at dusk, when the mist curls low and the light is thin, you can still catch a distant cry, as though the land itself remembers what was lost. And so the story lives on, not in textbooks or archives, but in the voices of the people who grew up hearing her call, a reminder that nature has a spirit and every place has a memory.